Wellness for Life is brought to you by Back in Motion Physical Therapy, Gothenburg Chiropractic Clinic, Mahabi Atwa Community Action Partnership, Natural Alternatives, and Lakeside Sports and Pain Clinic.
Hi, my name is Ernest Hutta. I'm the President and Director of Natural Alternatives in Monaga, Minnesota. We have multiple locations throughout the entire state, and we also treat in Fargo-Moorhead. Today, I'm going to cover an issue that we see in our clinic quite regularly, and interestingly enough, also treated in the medical community through a manner of many different ways. Some of them pretty serious. And this particular issue that we're dealing with is called trigeminal neuralgia, or TGN. And what I'm going to do here is just resting this on her tummy area here, showing this combination of how this nerve root that affects the trigeminal nerve connected to the fifth cranial nerve right behind the ear impacts the human body. We're going to talk about that a little bit and then how we address it here. First of all, with her today, I'm going to be utilizing a machine called an electroacuoscope. Very, very powerful microcurrent therapy tool that can help hyperstimulate ATP production in the human body, which is adenosine triphosphate. So you can create or help the repair and regeneration of damaged nerves or irritated nerves. And in this case, I've already got her set up right now where I've got a pad here on her sternum, one here in the back of her neck, and I'm going to be showing how this nerve root fans out. But one thing that I can show you that's really, really simple is how this picture deflects it, or reflects it rather, is if I took my thumb and kind of locked it behind my ear and fanned out like this, people who suffer with trigeminal nerve pain will say that it aches and hurts, or extremely hypersensitive or tender to the skin, into the jaw, can make the teeth ache. It is an extremely painful condition, obviously variants of that, but other symptoms too, hypersensitive to the touch. They can't brush their teeth. Just terrible, terrible pain, can make the eye matter and run. And interestingly, this is also the same nerve root that's involved when babies are teething. So a lot of times mothers will say the baby's eye is all mattery, or their nose is running, or they're pulling at their ears, or all these kind of things. These are very, very common symptoms that are part of that same nerve root, or that nerve quadrant. And so there's a lot of research out there that talks about trigeminal neuralgia. I did a bunch of research online and found St. John's, or Johns Hopkins University covers trigeminal neuralgia in a really, really good detail. I found it also at the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke. That particular organization had extremely good information out there. But the thing that is important to understand is that most of the types of alternatives that are available currently right now might be things like a rhizotomy, or going in and during injections of a corticosteroid, or other types of injections to try to quell or calm this pain syndrome. Our goal is to help hyperstimulate it to heal. And there's all kinds of different reasons why people can suffer with this or battle with it. But could have come from an injury to the jaw or to the face, or an overexposure to getting really, really cold or chilled could have caused it. Or there's just so infections that involve the teeth or the jaw or the ear. We really don't always understand and can't always determine the etiology. All we can say is that the symptoms are very, very profound and very, very common. This is the pattern that we see shooting into here. Sharp eye pain. And interestingly, this nerve root also connects right to the brain. So that's why there's this sensory component of it that is just sometimes so terrorizing. I've seen clients walk in, and sometimes an exposure to light, or me going up and touching their face, and they'll just cringe because there's so much pain that is radiating, arcing into the face and above the jaw, or lower half of the jaw, down into this area and across into their nose. But you saw the picture there that had how that nerve root fans out. So in this case, I might choose to use a probe, and I'm not going to do this on her today because let's say that she had a tremendous amount of pain in here. I might take a probe and go in and work all this entire area with this split between these 2 points and come up in the forehead. But what happens if she's got too much pain? There's sometimes that even the probe is just too much for them. So then I have to go to utilizing another set of pads. And in this case, I will hook her up where I'm going to, again, treat that entire nerve root, and I'm going to come right over the ear. So I've already got the one back here. I'm going to come up here and hook up the ear here. And for the sake of discussion, her pain is mainly in the jaw area. So we're going to hook up the jaw and treat that. And I'm going to actually use a towel here to kind of compress it and hold it. So you can see how we're going to go through and treat this area and chase that entire nerve root as I was showing you fan down. Now, Again, no two people are the same. Some have more pain here in the cheekbone or into the eyes, some up here in the forehead. Some have all three branches irritated. Chiropractors, we have two of those on our staff here, Dr. Andrus and Dr. Gottenborg. Those two gentlemen are very, very good at also helping people with trigeminal neuralgia, because sometimes it's a compression or irritation of the nerve created by a subluxation in the neck or the occipital area. So we've seen that be effective. Dr. Wheaton, another professional on our staff, is a sports medicine physician and physiatrist, and he'll do neural injections, which is like lidocaine or prilocaine to go in and help those type of injuries. So again, there's so many alternatives. Our goal here at Natural Alternatives is to provide you something that you might not find in a normal mainstream medical clinic, and we are very, very successful at helping people with this. Normally 1 to 4 sessions, we can tell if we're going to be able to impact it. So again, I welcome you to the opportunity to experience what we can do here at Natural Alternatives, and the synergy and the collaboration of all of us together here, helping people rejuvenate their health and obtain healing. So go to our website, check us out. Thank you.
Thank you for watching Wellness for Life. Brought to you by Back in Motion Physical Therapy, Gottenborg Chiropractic Clinic, Mojave Ottawa Community Action Partnership, Natural Alternatives, and Lakeside Sports and Pain Clinic.